everyone! I went and saw Long Shot today with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. Now, I am going to say some spoilers, so if you have not seen the movie yet, stop right here. I'm going to continue. So Charlize Theron plays our Secretary of State, and Seth Rogen plays a journalist. Now, these two have a past. She used to babysit for him when he was 13 years old. They were next door neighbors. And they meet again at a party function. And now because she's going to be running for president for 2020, she needs a speechwriter. He is currently unemployed, so she hires him to be her speechwriter. And as you can kind of guess, because they're hanging around each other, he's getting to know her better, she's getting to know him better, romantic feelings develop, etc., etc. I really enjoyed this movie. Charlize Theron, let's talk about her performance for a second. I believe Charlize Theron is one of the greatest actresses working today, and I loved seeing her in this movie. Very rarely does she do a comedy, let alone a romantic comedy. She pulled this off. She was funny. When there were moments where she completely let loose, I loved seeing that in her. It was so fun and refreshing. And Seth Rogen, even though he's always going to probably play kind of a stoner role every time, not so much in this part. It did have that kind of element, but he really kicked it up a notch with his acting in this movie. I really enjoyed him, and usually I find him a little bit annoying, but I gotta say, by the end of this movie, kind of had a crush on him, okay? A little bit. He played like this teddy bear in this movie, and I just loved it, loved it, loved it. Their chemistry together was insane. I love when two actors are working on a project together, whether it be in music or movies or a TV show, that you wouldn't normally expect them to be together. I love that. I love actors that come together from two totally different worlds and come together on a project. And when it comes out really good like this, they knock it out of the park. And so I really enjoyed that element of the movie. Their chemistry was spot on, really, really good. Now, something else that was great in this movie was the writing. I was laughing in this movie the entire time. This movie is funny. Now, this movie is 2 hours long, and it did not feel like that because of the writing, the chemistry between Charlize and Seth, and just the overall storyline, the pacing of the movie. It never got boring, which I loved and I appreciated. I do have to say, this is probably, besides Avengers Endgame, this is my second favorite movie this year. And that is saying a lot because I have seen some really good movies. But this is right at the top. If you have not gone to see Long Shot, go and see it. I'm actually kind of upset that this movie came out so close to Avengers Endgame because I know it's not making as much money at the box office that it probably normally would. I know it only made $10 million this past weekend. Do yourself a favor. Go and see this movie. You will definitely have a great time. This movie deserves a box office success because these two, Charlize and Seth, oh my God, funny, hysterical, gave great moments. One of my favorite moments in this movie was when they are at a party together and Seth pulls Charlize into the kitchen and they're dancing to the song and they're just letting loose and having fun. And then it transitioned into a slow dance. That was such a great scene. Incredible. And that is the definition of what a relationship should be. You should be able to let loose and have fun. And then at the drop of a dime, you're having an intimate moment. I just loved that scene. So on the love it or hate it scale, I think you know where I fall. I loved this movie. Do yourself a favor. Go and see Long Shot this weekend. You won't regret it. and you have been reviewed.